had enough kids last night.
Really? Did you guys get some rest at least, or you
Only
good?
Only a few hours.
That's it?
Yes.
Where'd you guys went out after the dinner?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? No hotel bar.
But yes.
That's always so rowdy. I got a nice one. I wanted to be well rested.
That's nice.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
What made you start talking about my hair at the dinner last night?
About what?
My hair. Huh?
Do you remember?
She was drunk.
She didn't seem that drunk. You carry your liquor very long. I don't remember. I don't remember. We were talking about you, and then I was. Remember when she had pink hair? She was like, she never had pink hair, and I was like, I totally have a memory. But now you're right. You had like just the top. It wasn't all. A minge.
Oh dear.
What is a minge?
No, you have to ask Sarah. Actually, because she wouldn't explain it to me. It's British, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Pia at one point I thought had pink hair. I met her at a different con years ago, a few times. And I was like, do you still have pink hair? And she was like, I never had pink hair. And then we got this whole debate. But she actually did have like one section that was red. See? Okay, thank you. I thought it was crazy. And the sort was like, you're thinking of someone else. And I was like, I would not mistake Pia. Like, I know.
I don't know how to say that.
Están hablando del pelo de ella.
Sí.
Ella tenía pelo rosado.
Sí, ya.
You remember?
Sí, sí.
But it wasn't full pink.
Les questions que vous m'avez demandées
Ouais.
en anglais, alors question en français. Tu leur dis tous, là,
Ok.
tu me dis que je puisse parler bonjour.
Oh. Yes, what I liked about filming such good people versus performing on stage. It's totally different. Filming is so different than performing on stage. On stage, you have 4 weeks of rehearsal. You have the script, you memorize it, you rehearse with the other actors and with the director who shapes the overall performance, and then, you know, in one single night, in a couple hours, you perform the entire story from beginning, middle, and end. And on set for a film, you come in and you know the whole script pretty well, but you don't memorize it in the same way. Je vais trop bien.
¿Qué le contestas a esta chica?
Él tiene 4 semanas para el rehearsal, para la prueba,
Sí.
y después es totalmente diferente a la de las otras. Porque tiene 4 semanas de aprender, estudiarlo,
¿Te refieres al guión, vamos,
al teatro.
al teatro? Cuando haces teatro tiene 4 semanas. Y cuando haces una película, quand tu démarres, tu as 4 semaines, c'est ça?
Pour película?
Pour apprendre ta...
Non.
C'est comme tu as 4 semaines pour faire le film ou pour le théâtre?
Théâtre.
Tu as 4 semaines. Et là, pour le film, c'est...
Yeah, for film, sometimes you can have a script a year ahead of time and you're trying to get it produced or whatever, and you just have to give them a bunch of different, you sort of give them more raw material. You give them different takes. You give them a take where you're laughing, you give them a take where you're crying, you give them a take where you're sarcastic on this line, you give them a take where you're, you know, a bunch of different things, and then they end up taking all the different options and putting it together into the final performance that, in a way, you have no control over. It depends on how collaborative the environment is. You can know what the director is trying to get, or sometimes they have no idea. Sometimes they're like, I don't know, I've worked with this person or that person. A lot of times things aren't true. I remember the last show I did, I was talking to someone before I did it, and he was like, oh, the director, you're gonna hate him, he's gonna boss you around, and this, and this. You come up with a game plan about how you're gonna manipulate the situation to serve the piece in the best way that you know how. But that was the reputation, and then I showed up, and that wasn't the case at all. It's hard. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you are fighting a director the whole time, and what ends up coming out is the best performance you've ever done, and you don't know why. Sometimes you have the best director you work with so well, it's so collaborative, they're supportive, you feel comfortable, and your work is shit, and you don't know why. I mean, every project's different, and you know, I at least am always trying to figure out what way is going to bring out my best work in a different medium, and see how we work together in this completely different medium. It's something that he wrote too. So yeah, I'm dying to get this movie produced. That's like sort of the next thing. Crowdfunding, the Screenwriters Award, which is run by Francis Ford Coppola. So he was one of the top 10. So they sort of meet with him, and he meets with their producers, and they give notes on the script, and then they hand it to a bunch of different production houses as recommended by Zutro. So hopefully that's going to help. You know, getting films made, it could be years. It's stressful for everybody. There were hard times, and then there were good times. But generally, I would say I'm so grateful that they found me, and they cast me, and they trusted me with this piece of this role. And then we had another head producer who was in Toronto, Sheila, who was very artistically involved. Yeah, she does. She does tons of stuff. Yeah, Sheila Hawken. What's the latest? She did the Borgias. Rome. Yeah.
The really big ones.
Yeah. Yeah, because they go through Duffer and Gate, they still go through the same production, and it makes the show look better sometimes, and with bad music.